Hello and welcome to the Simulation News. This series is back and we'll be looking at the latest simulators that are due to be released soon or in 2022. One such simulator that I've come across and think will be of interest to many people is Transiberian Railway SImulator. So in this video we are going to be talking about what this simulator, which currently is a work in progress and is not released but is coming soon, is on the Steam page, what this will entail, the features, and then some links in the description below where you can see it more for yourself. I'll just bring you straight to the Steam page for this game. So, this is on the agenda, Trans-Siberian Railway Simulator. So there are a lot of railway simulators being worked on at the moment, and this is just one of them. And here are just some quick screenshots before we get into the actual detail. So this simulator will recreate the Trans-Siberian Railway. I'm not sure at exactly what kind of depth level it will do it, but that's what's going to happen. And then it features the V10 locomotive, a classic Soviet locomotive. This really lets you explore the classic Russian scenery and I guess some of the Soviet architecture and reminiscence of that era, like this locomotive. The key features that will be included are obviously a realistic train driving simulation, which will include the V10 locomotive, as you saw there. You'll be able to upgrade and repair the train. So basically, this entails three different parts. The simulator entails basically, there's going to be a simulator mode where you can just drive the train, fix it, all that, because obviously in the harsh weathers of the Trans-Siberian Railway, where it's, as you see there's lots of snow, it's freezing temperatures, usually. This has added in the element where you need to do the repairs yourself. There's also going to be a survival mode. The survival mode basically means that you're going to have to survive on the railway. You're going to get obstacles like werewolves and other stuff. Well, not werewolves, sorry. What did I say, werewolves? Basically, wolves that get on the track and trees on the track, which you have to get rid of. So now, as the developer has said, we'll talk a bit more about that in a second. Because, like me, you probably won't be... Some of you might not be interested in the survival section of this. We also have... So basically, you have railway traffic simulation. All the kind of... all the kind of stuff you'd expect. You'll also have legal and illegal paying jobs. So yeah, this is a simulator, but it's also in a way a game, as you can see. So there are various game modes. Then this is the survival. So the survival mode basically is a bit like, I guess, the Minecraft survival, but not really because you're not building stuff. But you have like hunger, thirst. There is some, stuff to do with drinking. Won't mention that just to keep it PG. Then you also have stuff, about illness, obviously. There you go, hypothermia. I was thinking that, and it just says it there, and fatigue. So basically, you have to combat all the perils of life when you're in the freezing cold. There is also fighting systems. So this is what I was talking about, where you have to fight animals, all that kind of stuff. So a bit like fighting monsters in Minecraft, except here you're fighting real, well, not real animals, you're fighting things that exist in real life rather than made-up things. And then there's the biodiversity, so you have the ecosystems that are alive and living, so obviously that adds to the atmosphere and to the simulation experience with the living ecosystems. A section, whatever that means. The weather, so obviously you have a dynamic weather system. A lot of it will be snow, or that's what they seem to be implying through the pictures. This endless railway is rather interesting, so I'm not sure if that just means that the railway never ends. Which seems odd, because obviously the Trans-Siberian Railway doesn't end, is not an endless railway line. So this might not be a one-to-one scale of the endless railway, but nonetheless, that's also what's going to be featured there. The latest update that was posted on the Steam page was on the 21st of July 2021, and this basically is letting people know. Let me just check that this is recording my mic. Yes. This is basically letting people know that what's happening. So basically, this is about the survival mode. So obviously, not everyone's going to be interested in the survival mode. So there will also be a simulator mode, which will basically focus on the simulation aspect, which is building. So yeah, okay. So you have to build your locomotive as well. You know that. So you build and manage your locomotive. So there's obviously a level system. It's a bit like a game, kind of the game side of things, and then also you have to transport cargo. So yeah, most of this is as you saw in the picture beforehand, it is a cargo train. Although there is passenger trains on parts of the Transiberian Railway. Anyway, at least. And then regarding system requirements, the system requirements are actually fairly lax, so they seem to be fairly generous. So basically, you should be able to run this on pretty much most PCs. This does, from what I've seen, based on the videos I looked at, I'm pretty sure this is on the Unreal Engine 4. So they must have optimized it well, or maybe because there's not much AI traffic, it'll run better. Because I know for most Unreal Engine 4 games, the requirements are a bit higher than this. But I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is Unreal Engine 4, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, as you can see here, the minimum requirements are basically an i5. This is kind of the standard. So an i5 is a quad-core processor. Usually, I'm pretty sure it's always the case. Or AMD CPU phenomenon. I've never heard of that one. Not phenomenon. Phenom. 6 gigabytes of RAM. So rather strange. Usually it's either 4 or 8, but 6 gigabytes of RAM is. I don't really think anyone has 6 gigabytes of RAM in the system. You tend to have either 4 or 8 or 32 or 16, something like that. 6 is not really a combination people tend to have. But anyway, that's not. I digress. Regarding the GPU, you need a GTX 660. Again, this is a very old generation GPU. It's quite old at this point. So again, this is a good sign because you should be able to run the most graphics cards. Obviously, with the graphics card shortage, people don't want to be forking out massive money for overpriced GPUs. And then the rest is there. And then there you have the recommended requirements, the recommended i7, and then a GTX 770. Again, the recommended GPU is quite low spec, so it seems that this is more CPU intensive than GPU intensive, just based off the minimum recommended requirements. Or they have the AMD Radeon R9. Sorry, I forgot to mention the AMD. Or they here the AMD Radeon HD 787, 780, 7870. I think that might be the GPU I used to have, or very close to that. But anyway, that is it for now, folks. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more simulation updates, simulation news updates. There's quite a few simulators we will be covering in the next few weeks, talking about what's happening in the simulation world. So definitely make sure to stay tuned to that. That is it for now. Until next time, bye for now.